fragility of the continent is one aspect, and calling it the seventh is another, but that's not the real story behind it. My name is Runeep Sangha. I represent Pacific Asia Travel Association, that's PATA. In our pursuit of supporting sustainable tourism, we've partnered with Mandip and several other bodies to bring this event to you this evening. Before I go on, I'd like to invite Mr. Shamsher Sharif, Mr. Ravi Singh and Mandip Soin to the stage, please, to come and take their seats.
In 1986, and of course, I'm very friends in the audience who know this. In 1986, Delhi suddenly woke up to the reality of pollution when we discovered certain illnesses, and we also discovered new vehicles coming into the market. And without naming any brands, because my dear friend, the lawyers, will take me to court, we found that almost all the brands were causing immense amount of vehicular pollution. And this came out of a study of the IIT. We went further, and we discovered that it didn't end there. We found that people who were actually falling ill, and some who died, the cause of death was only because of this, because of vehicular pollution. So we decided in the transport department that we must do something about it, but we didn't know how to go about it. And the first thought that struck us was, how do we check people? Because nobody wants to get checked. Those days, if I remember correctly, Dr. Paul was in charge of traffic. And of course, like everybody else, said, you've got to challan them. So then we thought about it, we said, we can't do this with chalaning, you've got to do it with education, because everybody's got to figure out why this has happened. And we started this whole exercise by getting few gas analyzers, exhaust gas analyzers, which were not allowed to be imported. So we managed to get about 25 of them when we started this program. And then the results came out. When the results came out, it was obvious to most people by then, and least of all Government of India, as a Democrat I can confess, that this was a serious problem. So they said, like all other government agencies, why don't you prepare a note? Which basically meant, put it in cold storage while we examine it. So we did that, and we showed them, and that's when I made the statement that the number of vehicles being registered in Delhi, and which I discovered even today is a shocking figure, was more than the combined vehicular population of then Bombay, Calcutta and Madras. Today is no better. I was just seeing it while I was driving in here, that given the number of vehicles being registered and given the number of days that you work to register the vehicle, which will be about 200 days out of 365, you're almost registering 2,000 vehicles a day. That's more than the number of FIRs I think the police registers. So that is the kind of situation you had then. You were registering 500 vehicles a day, and most of them were two-wheelers, which are the killers. So I got IIT Delhi to do this study. We produced the figures, and then stepped in the center, Narayan, of course it was Anil Agarwal, and I asked him, I said, can you do something about this? So he said, let's do some air mapping for Delhi. To cut a long story short, because I know there are speakers, to cut a long story short, we did this air mapping for Delhi, started at India Gate, was thrown out. Luckily I was in government, I was in the transport department, we stuck on. And we produced the first air map of Delhi. And we discovered in late 86, early 87, that levels were very high. I was on the board of DTC, and I made the statement, and I told the chairman of DTC, I said, look, we've got to do something about this. This is really getting out of control, and you can't keep adding buses to Delhi because what will happen? So I said, you emit black smoke. And I got a very good reply. It said, no, we emit grey smoke. So having said all that, we then finally decided we've got to take a bull by the horns, and I said, let us set up teams, let's start educating people, let's start going around, giving people warning slips, etc., etc.